I'm a licensed attorney for the past 8. That was 5. Okay, go. I am not a mathematician. I'm an attorney. Hey there, welcome to Chris Things. I'm Chris, the one you love and hate to miss. Today, we're going to talk about 5 things they don't tell you about being in-house counsel. So let's set a baseline. I've been a licensed attorney for the past 8 years, and I've worked for a few different corporations, a few different companies within my tenure. I work as an in-house counsel currently. I'm employed by a company to negotiate their contracts and do other legal work like managing outside counsel. Let's get started with our list of things. 1. Much of your day spent with meetings, responding to emails, Zoom calls, all of that good stuff that most corporate jobs entail. Depending on the company, you can have a lot of meetings. And as we know, nobody likes a meeting about the meeting. Nobody likes that. I protect my time. Just learn how to do that. Protect your time. If you're not necessary for that meeting, don't press accept. Let them know. Maybe I'm not necessary. We ain't got to do this call right now. Number 2, you have to know your industry. You have to know the business that you work for. What the hell does this company do? What is this industry? What are the risks that are involved here? So, for example, I used to work for an engineering firm in the energy field, and I knew nothing about engineering before I got hired there. I had no idea what it meant for an engineering firm to develop power plants or sustainable energy farms, wind farms, solar farms, all these different things. But I had to learn it. I had to know what did it mean to be an engineering firm within this segment of the industry. What are our values, goals? What are risks for engineering firms? What do they really care about? Not just this particular company and what they care about, but just generally, so that I can know whether or not our risk tolerance is on the same wavelength. That's me doing a wavelength. That can't be a wavelength. I gotta be like, on the same wavelength, rolling with the homies. If it's on the same wavelength as other companies within the industry, I have to understand that, or I will not be successful as an attorney for that corporation. Number 3, know your internal client, your external client, but ultimately understand that the company that you're employed by, that is your client. The corporate fiction is your client. But what do I mean by internal client versus external client versus your actual client, the company? Internal client is the business units that you work most closely with, the ones who are going to be bringing their legal questions to you. They need a problem solved by you immediately. For me, for example, when I worked at that engineering firm I mentioned earlier, my internal client were VPs and SVPs that were engineers, and some of them were actually owners of the company. It was privately held. It was not a publicly traded company. They come with me with their contracts. They come to me with their legal questions. Can we be doing this, Chris? Let us know. Do I know? Nah. I gotta do research now. And I mean, usually though, it's contracts. They come to me with contracts. I negotiate those contracts. I help them close the deal. Externally, that's going to be the client of the company or the organization that you work for. Who are you selling to? Who is making the money? Who bringing in the dough? Who is that? Are you Microsoft? Then your external clients may be the federal government. The federal government actually is the biggest purchaser of products and services out there, if you didn't know. They are a lot of people's external clients. That's their biggest clients, FYI. It can just be other companies that need computers. So you really just have to understand who is your external client, mainly because if you do what I do, you negotiate contracts, you need to understand what motivates them. Why do they want to purchase from your company these goods or services? What's their agenda? What do they need? What's their goals? If you understand what motivates your external client, you're going to be able to negotiate much, much better than other attorneys would be against them. Finally, with all of that said, internal clients, external clients, the organization that you work for, that is your client. You need to keep their best interests in mind. You need to protect your actual client, the company you work for. Maybe what they want to do in their individual capacity is not what's best for your client. the company. You need to understand that. Keep that in mind. Number 4, and this one actually goes back to a couple of the other points I speak to. Being successful as an in-house counsel, you need to have a high business acumen. You need to understand just how business works in general. You need to understand profits and losses and all these things that they probably teach in business school, but we ain't go to because we attorneys went to law school. Some of y'all probably did. I didn't go to. Let me speak for myself. All these things that they probably teach in business school that I didn't go to because I'm an attorney. I went to law school not to get my MBA. You need to understand those things as an in-house counsel. It's just kind of the way it goes. You're in the corporate world now, baby. You gotta know what that profit and loss sheet look like, that balance sheet. You just need to know business. You got to. It's imperative. You will not be well liked if you don't get business. If you are the type of attorney, it's like, I'm an attorney. I'm going to research the law and apply it to these facts and write this most beautiful, most eloquent, the best memo that chef's kiss, all of that memo or brief of a case. I can do that very well, but you don't get business, you ain't gonna survive. You ain't gonna make it. Sorry. Bye-bye. You're not gonna make it as an in-house counsel. You're not gonna like it. Your internal clients aren't going to like you. And it won't happen for you. Sorry for you. Understand business. Have a high business acumen. You'll do well. And number 5, this has to be my favorite, and possibly because I'm a nerd and I like to write. Drafting actually can be fun. I actually like drafting contracts. Negotiating contracts, that can be fun too. It's just, people try to make it seem like transactional attorneys, life is so boring because all they do is negotiate and draft contracts. But in my opinion, I really like that part of the gig. You actually get the opportunity to be creative, to basically play with words and try to figure out what the objective is of your company while understanding the objective of your external clients, and really just create something with your words that follows the law that can really drive home what you need to get done. And I think that's fun. Personally, because I'm a nerd. Okay, sorry. Yes, drafting includes a lot of form agreements. Negotiating includes getting on calls with people that can be not so pleasant sometimes. Often though, I find that most people on the calls, they are pleasant, but some of them are assholes. But overall though, I think it's fun. You get to really be creative, really get to use that brain power, which you went to law school for, your ability to think like a lawyer. That's what law school teaches you to do. You get to do all of that in drafting exercises. So yeah, drafting can be fun. If you're that type of chick or dude that enjoys those types of things, yeah, you're in for a good time. There you have it. 5 things that they do not tell you about being in-house counsel. If you found this information valuable, I'll appreciate it if you like, comment, or subscribe. Tell me something that you think should be on this list that they don't tell you about being in-house counsel, or some other things that you would like to know about being in-house counsel. If you want to know about my experience, just give me a comment and let me know. Anything that you want to talk about, I'm here for you. We gonna do this, okay? Peace. Thank you. Smooches. Bye-bye.